Okay, here we go. The Acolyte episode 5 review. Remember, this is all going to be spoiled. So if you don't want to be spoiled, then don't watch this review. And before we begin, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We are so close to 90K. I could see it right around the corner. All right, let me stop wasting your time. Let's get right into the episode. Last we saw our heroes, they were standing there with their lightsabers ignited, looking at this evil figure that had a red blade that flew down like Mary Poppins, pushed Osha away with the Force with ease. The Jedi go running after him, and he does this massive Force push and knocks them all down. Well, I'm going to give you some major spoilers of the episode right now. Everyone in this picture, except for Sol, dies in this episode. That's right. It's a slaughter, folks. They don't live. And it just picks up right into it. This evil figure just starts mowing down Jedi. You know, you can see here, Jedi 2 groans. If you like lightsabers, there's a lot of lightsabers in this episode, but there's only one person that actually uses them well. And that's this evil person. Well, Osha kind of wakes up. She's seeing dead Jedi to the left, to the right. She runs over. Sol makes his way up. Yord he gets up too. And Sol points his lightsaber at the evil figure and looks at Yord and says, "Get Osha out of here. It's too dangerous. Don't stay around here. I got this. I can take care of this." So with all this confusion and no one knows what's going on, Yord listens to his master. Him and Osha starts running into the forest. The evil figure then looks at Sol and they begin a little fight. Now, this is my first criticism, that this episode would have been so much better if no one spoke. The dialogue is terrible. I mean, look at this right here. He's like, hey, take off your mask and fight me like a man. And this evil figure says, no, you're going to read my thoughts, and no, don't do that. Now, meanwhile, May has been hanging out in the Wookiee, the Jedi Wookiee's house, who's dead, and she's been watching this through the window. And then when the fighting takes place in the Force a little bit, she decides that she's going to find his lightsaber, and she's going to make a run for it because she knows that the evil person is there for her. And she's like, I don't want to be captured again. She's like, I got to get out of here. But this Padawan here, Jackie, is that her name? Jackie? She puts up a serious fight, better than the Master in episode 1, okay? So they're fighting. She's able to put handcuffs on her and take her in. But just then, the Acolyte jumps into action and takes her out. 3 lightsaber bolts, and young Jackie is no longer with us. I will say this, she put up the best fight out of everyone. She was able to hit this evil person in the face, knock off his helmet, and we get the big face reveal, everyone. Yeah, that's right. It's the guy from the bar. The guy that made the poison. No one called that, did they? Everybody knew who this was. And why? After he killed this Padawan who put up the best fight out of any master there. He uses the Force and pulls May over because he's trying to get her back in his classes, I guess. Sol then stands there, and he goes, "What are you?" And we get the line. He's like, "I don't know what I am, but the Jedi like you might call me Sith." There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Sith have returned. They're not supposed to be around. Only, they've been extinct for 1,000 years, but no, in this series, they decided to bring them back. So there you have it. The Sith somehow have returned before the Phantom Menace. And Sol looks at him and goes, "What do you want? Like, what are you doing here?" And he looks over at the Jedi and says, "You know what I want? I want freedom. All right, I want freedom to express myself. All right, I want to use the powers that I have, and I just want to express myself. And you know what else I want? I want a Padawan learner, okay? I want to teach someone what I'm going through. I want them to understand my emotion." Yeah, so now we got this Sith with feelings who wants to express himself. That's what we got going on. And he goes, you know, you're not going to give that to me. So now I have to kill every single last one of you. Yeah. And Soul standing there, helpless, thinking that he might die at the hands of this Sith, is saved by a young Yord. Yeah, the fan favorite, Yord. He's got a fan club online. They were making stickers and buttons. He jumps into action. They get into a fight, and the Sith grabs him, puts him in a headlock, does a little twisteroo, and yep, as you can see here, neck cracks. He's no longer with us. Well, we get some more cringe dialogue saying, see, look, you got nothing but rules, rules, rules. That's why I don't want to be a Jedi. And he gets up, he gets his lightsaber, he's getting ready to kill Soul, and you can see Osha in the back. She rips off part of a robot that's got a flashlight, throws it on his back, and some weird moth creatures come out of nowhere and pick him up. This is the best picture I could get. These giant moths pick him up out of nowhere and carry him off. And then May shows up. Now that the Sith is gone, May shoots Soul with a gun, with a phaser gun, and knocks him unconscious. So now we have the reunion of the twins, and they start talking. And May is like, you know, I love you. Like, let's leave the Jedi. They're bad. They've brainwashed you. Let me help you. And Osha's like, no, I've got to turn you in. They hugged a little bit and they cried, but Osha's like, you're a bad person. I got to turn you in. So they get into this fight, and May gets the better of him because I guess she's been trained by the Sith, because she is the acolyte, right? And injures her pretty bad. So she looks down at her twin sister Osha, the good one, who's knocked unconscious, and she decides to swap clothes. She swaps clothes, and then she goes back to Soul and says, hey, I'm Osha. Take me back on the ship. Let's get out of here. So they leave. And then the Sith escapes the moths, I guess, walks over to Osha, which is actually, or excuse me, walks over to, yeah, Osha, who he thinks is May, and does the good old force heal. That's right, we've got force healing now. So I guess Rey is justified. Heals her up and is like, oh man, let's go. He thinks that's May, and we got the old okey doke, right? The old switcheroo. And that's the end of the episode. That's it. Nothing here. I mean, there was I guess, okay, there was a lot of action, a lot of lightsabers, kind of a dark episode. You know, a lot of deaths, which were surprising. Terrible dialogue. And the Sith has returned. There you go. There's your canon and lore break for the episode. So what did you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. This was just a episode breakdown, so everyone's up to speed as to what is going on. I can only imagine what the Acolyte fans are feeling, knowing that all their favorite characters were just taken away from them in a blink of an eye. All that lightsaber fight scene stuff that killed everybody was literally like the first 5 minutes. The rest was just kind of like cheesy dialogue. And where the heck is my Force Whip at? I'm waiting on my Force Whip. When is that gonna happen? Who knows? Anyway, this is Jay. Catch you in the next one.